Thanks, Ian. Yes, the rain unfortunately arriving at the worst possible time for our youngsters in the junior saloon cars. They will be racing in identical Citroën Saxo VTRs, drivers aged 14 to 16 years of age. The touring car stars of the future, potentially. Last season, it was Harry Smith who took the title in a rather chaotic end to the season over Jonathan Moore. But those two have moved on to pastures new for 2025. The man who was in third in the points last year, Josh Salvadori, is back, and he has set pole position for the opening race of the year. Grid reading as follows. Salvadori on pole alongside number 19, Lewis Stannard. He was 13th in last year's point standings. Second row, number 70, Wolf Butler, alongside treble 2, Ollie Kerr in the Simpson Race Exhausts car. Row 3 is number 80, Ollie Smith, and 46, Luca Maserati, Rookie of the Year last year. Row 4, 448, Kyle Wells, alongside 26, Louis Austin. Completing the top 10, 87, Leon Holly, and number 14, Martin Wright, winner of the JSCC Scholarship over the winter. Second half of the grid is headed up by 23, Max Scharfegger, alongside 27, Matthew Swatton in the Kersley Racing car. Number 7, Joe Wood, alongside 42 of Sherry Ann Powell. At the final row, 35, Tom Algar, and treble 3, Lexi Powell rounds out the grid. Lexi Powell at the back, the daughter of Stephen Powell, the British truck racer. They kick off their season on Easter weekend, of course, here on BRC TV. But Lexi gets her season underway here. So it'll be Josh Salvadori and the Lightning McQueen lookalike car to lead the field away. Starting on the pole, he was third in the points last year, ahead of Luca Maserati, fourth, the Rookie of the Year. Speaking to his father earlier on, he said that Luca was having some handling issues with his car in qualifying, so hopefully he's cured those here. Other returnees from last year include Kyle Wells, Ollie Kerr, Lewis Stannard, Wilf Butler as well from further down the points chart. Sherry Ann Powell was with the championship last year. And Ollie Smith, so making a big move up the order. The car's getting an extra green flag lap here because, of course, they qualified in the dry. So with the change in wet conditions, an extra acclimatisation lap for the drivers to get used to the wet conditions. In some cases, some of these drivers in their first ever car race after moving up from karting. So a chance for them to get acclimatised to the conditions. Josh Salvadori in the red car leads them round. Lewis Stannard alongside him. Second season in the championship, he was 13th in the points last year. Driving for Musketeer Motorsports, Lewis Stannard. Josh Salvadori run by MRM, man from Chelmsford in Essex. Wilf Butler on the second row. He was 14th in the points last year. Independently run car for him, alongside treble 2, Ollie Kerr. Of course, Simpson Race Exhaust, his sponsor, run by Matt Simpson, the ex-British touring car race winner, now busy with his son Ben's racing exploits on the short ovals and in karting as well. Look out for Kyle Wells, also an ex-short oval man, began his career in Ninja Karts on the short ovals. Luca Maserati from row 3, Father Piers, a former British GT champion. Despite the name Maserati, the family famous for racing Porsches. Starting alongside Ollie Smith, number 80. Be able to recognise that car, green and blue livery, and I think green headlights as well. Are starting to form up on the grid then. Salvadori, the red car. Stannard in day-glow red, white and grey. Butler in black and white. Ollie Kerr in the red, white and black of Simpson race exhausts. Smith in blue, green and white. Maserati green, black and white. Similar colours to the Vinnersport car of Kyle Wells, who starts on row 4 alongside the number 26 car of Louis Austin. This will be a 15-minute race. The green flag waves at the back of the grid. Time for the young guns to go for it here at Donington Park. The red lights are on. They go out now. And the Junior Saloon Car Championship season is underway. One car quite slow away there a little further down the grid. I think that was Martin Wright, possibly the scholarship winner in the black and red car. Josh Salvadori has the lead as they go into red gates for the first time, side by side for second. Good starts by Wilf Butler from the second row there up into second position. Luca Maserati runs out a bit wide onto the curb. Not something you want to do onto the painted tarmac there in wet conditions like this. It can easily spin you around. Down the hill they come, down the Craner curves towards the old hairpin. Salvadori leads, Wilf Butler second, Lewis Stannard is in third, side by side for fourth between, it looks like Maserati coming through on the inside, indeed it is, and a bit of pushing and shoving there on the exit of the old hairpin. Hope everybody has survived that, it looks like they have. I thought number 80 of Ollie Smith was going to run wide onto the grass there. It's very busy in the midfield indeed. There's Maserati, he's got away from that melee into fourth position. The main battle is for fifth. Ollie Kerr ahead of Kyle Wells in the 448. Then behind them it is the grey car, which I think is Max Scharfegger, the 23. He's made a good start. The rest of them go filtering through. Ollie Smith lost out there, running wide onto the curbs at the old hairpin. He's dropped back. Through Coppice they come. Down towards the chicane. You can see how wet it's become in a very short space of time. The wipers flailing at the windscreens. First four have broken away slightly. Salvadori leads from Wilf Butler second. Lewis Stannard third, and Luca Maserati trying to hang on to the coattails of the leaders. Then everybody else trying to be fifth as they complete the opening lap of the Junior Saloon Car Championship season. Identical 1600cc Citroën Saxo VTRs, these cars. Lewis Stannard side by side there. Maserati trying to go around the outside. Carl Wells has a look at Ollie Kerr as well. Josh Salvadori, with third in the championship last year, surely has to be the title favourite for this season. Battle is joined for third. Luca Maserati, very tenacious young racer. All over the back of Lewis Stannard for third position through the old hairpin. Look how much water there is down there. Out of the old hairpin they go. Side by side for fifth there. That's Kyle Wells alongside Ollie Kerr. And behind them is Scharfegger. And up to eighth now is number 87 Leon Holly, the blue car. Through towards McLean's, there's Holly. In behind him, that's I think the number 80 of Ollie Smith, the blue and green car. And in between the two of them is the number 26, which is Louis Austin. Down to the chicane for the second time. It was even wetter than this for the season opener last year at Brands Hatch, and I remember Kyle Wells was involved in a big shunt with Jude Cooper, number 4. Thankfully both were okay. And it looks like Kyle Wells has lost out there to Scharfegger. Indeed he has. Leon Holly up behind him in the number 87. Side by side for third, Maserati and Stannard. Can he get round the outside there down to Redgate? Well, the Caterhams proved they could do it earlier on. Luca Maserati attacks Lewis Stannard. Can he drive all the way round the outside of him? He's trying his hardest, keeps his foot in. Yes, he's got him. Good move by Luca Maserati up to P3 ahead of Lewis Stannard. Down the crane as they come. And sideways there a little, Max Scharfegger getting the tail hung out. There's a little bit of damage on the front of Kyle Wells' car there, the left front corner, the Vinner Sport car. And he's tagged Scharfegger, they're going off! Off they go into the gravel on the outside of the bridge section up towards Schwantz Curve. They've kept it going, nice bit of rallycross there. Oh, I thought that was going to end in disaster and in the tyre wall there, particularly for Max Scharfegger, the man whose family raced in the Citroën C1 Endurance Championship. And have raced Caterhams in the past as well. I think it was Max's sister Caitlin who raced in this championship as well a year or two ago. Here's a battle between Leon Holly, Louis Austin and Ollie Smith. This is for 8th place. Leon Holly, one of the newcomers. He comes from Cullompton in Devon. Chased by Louis Austin in the number 26 car from Oxfordshire. Ollie Smith behind them from Maidenhead in Berkshire, driving for Musketeer Motorsport, teammate of Lewis Stannard. Still Josh Salvadori controlling the pace out in front. He's done the fastest lap of the race, 1:37.038. His last lap was a 1:37.075, so he's lapping consistently as well as quickly. Leon Holly with his wing mirror hanging off. See, he's got the, he and Louis Austin have got the black cross on the yellow background, meaning novice. You wear that on your car for your first 6 motor races in the UK. Sideways for Leon Holly through the old hairpin. He's gone a bit wide. Nine minutes of this race just over to go then. The season opener for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Our scholarship winner Martin Wright is starting to make his way back up the order after a very slow start. He's in 13th place. He's got ahead of Lexi Powell, Joe Wood and Tom Algar. Now Ollie Smith having a look at the back of Louis Austin here, who's from one side to the other. I do like those green headlights on that car. Similar to Andy Robinson's Ford Falcon, aren't they, with the yellow ones? Can't find a way past Austin there through the chicane. Nice little scrap going on further back as well. That's Kyle Wells fighting back after his moment with Max Scharfegger coming out of the old hairpin. He's on the tail of the number 42 car, driven by Sherry-Ann Powell, the Londoner. See a bit of damage on the front bumper of Kyle Wells' car. He goes through, though, at Redgate, up into P10. Sherry-Ann fights back, though, in the Orex car. Back up the inside down the Craner curves. Almost door handle together. They're absolutely together, and back ahead goes Wells down the Craners. That's a brave move. Just behind them, the number 27, Matthew Swatton. His first car race, making the move up from karting with the Kersley Motorsport team. It's Matthew Swatton from Buckingham, a regular competitor at the Daytona Milton Keynes kart track over the last couple of years. Side by side through McLean's, and Ollie Smith drives round the outside of Louis Austin. Good move by the number 80 there. Meanwhile up front, Salvadori still leads ahead of Butler, but Butler's just done the fastest lap of the race, 1:37.017. Salvadori did a personal best as well. It was only a few thousandths of a second slower. Let's see what the lap times are for Maserati and Stannard. They're nose to tail through the chicane. They're a little slower because they've been battling each other. And Wilf Butler is closing. He said he'd done the fastest lap, 1:36.712 that time through. Another quicker lap. He's in the 1:36s now for Wilf Butler. And he is attacking Roy Salvadori. Go back to the 50s there. Josh Salvadori for the lead. No relation, those two, incidentally, spelt slightly differently. Through the old hairpin they go. The Lightning McQueen look-alike of Josh Salvadori. Chased by Wilf Butler. They're well clear now of Maserati and Stannard. The battle for third. They're 4.2 seconds apart, these two pairings. And Wilf Butler's really going for it now, up on the outside. Through the right-hander at McLean's. Keeps his foot in. He's out on the curbs. He keeps his foot in down the straight. Look at this, all the way round the outside. Now, overtaking on the outside at Coppice is very rare indeed. Doesn't quite manage it. He's going to get the cutback, though, on the exit. Here comes Wilf Butler. Can he get the overlap into the chicane to take the lead? They're side by side on the run down towards the Robert chicane. And I think Wilf Butler's going to do it. That was a great cutback out of Coppice. Who's going to be late on the brakes? Can Salvadori defend? He's wiggling about a little bit there. Butler onto the curb. No, you don't, says Salvadori. Oh, yes, I do, says Butler. Drives up on the outside on the curb. And he's done it. Fantastic. Well, we've said that these are the touring car stars of the future. This is like watching Jason Plato and Matt Neal out in front. There was a black and white flag shown there. Who did that go to? Was it one of the leaders? Yes, number 110. Josh Salvadori has been given a warning for exceeding track limits. If he transgresses again, he may be penalised. You can see there's a slight dry line emerging, possibly at the top of the Craners. But nowhere else. As Salvadori back to the inside into the old hairpin. He's going for a long way back. That's a bit of a banzai dive. But Butler holds him off. 4.5 minutes to go. This is a terrific scrap for the front. But all the time they're being reeled in by Maserati and Stannard. There they are. The gap has come down on that last lap. They were so busy battling each other, they've lost over 2 seconds to the third place fight. But they're having their own fight because Stannard up the inside at McLean's. Well, if you can go side by side for half a lap, so can we, say the third and fourth place drivers. Luca Maserati holding off Lewis Stannard's attack there through McLean's. Now the gap between second and third was 4.2 seconds. It's now 2 seconds. Look out, Lexi Powell. The leaders are bearing down on you. Here they come. Into the chicane. Over the line they go. Lexi Powell sensibly slows down, keeps to the right to let the leaders through. So Wilf Butler has opened up a lead now of 1.5 seconds over Josh Salvadori. Luca Maserati still holding off Lewis Stannard. There's the 333 motorsport car of Lexi Powell. See her father Stephen here at Donington in August at Convoy in the Park in his racing truck. The other truck run by his team, of course, Neil Yates. They opened their season at Brands Hatch on Easter weekend. Oh, Luca Maserati sideways coming through the old hairpin. Saxo handling like his father's Porsche 911s. That's allowed Lewis Stannard to close up a little. Further back, 5th is Ollie Kerr, 6th is Ollie Smith. He's going well. Kerr rather on his own. He's nearly 4 seconds behind this battle. And the fight for 7th behind him, well 6th I should say, is nearly 6 seconds back. Maserati's got to decide whether he's going to go after Josh Salvadori for second place or whether he's going to work to hold Lewis Stannard's threat back. Just over 2 minutes of the race to go. This season opener for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Oh, we've just had the notification on the timing screen. Josh Salvadori is to be given a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits one too many times. So Salvadori is going to be given a penalty, and that's going to drop him potentially off the podium. Well, we might lose places anyway, because here comes Luca Maserati up on the outside. I wonder if Josh Salvadori's tyres are going off. Maybe he's pushed a bit too hard, because Maserati round the outside of him at Redgate. He's done this once, and he's done it again up into second place. Well, Luca's clearly cured his handling issues from qualifying. What about Lewis Stannard? Can he take third place? This is much the wettest part of the circuit, and it shows Maserati wrestling for control again. Snapping oversteer to understeer there. Well, Wilf Butler's got away, and he's heading for his first Junior Saloon Car Championship victory. 1 minute on the clock. There'll be one more lap to go, I think. Up the hill towards Coppice. Can Lewis Stannard get into third on the track? It'll be third on corrected time, because Salvadori's going to get that 5-second penalty. But Josh Salvadori determined to hold him off on the track. They're well ahead of 5th place Ollie Kerr, 5.5 seconds ahead of him. Here comes Stannard, switches to the inside, into the chicane. He has a go on the inside, they almost touch. Salvadori holds him off. He's got that move nailed down to a T, hasn't he? Into the last lap we go then. Wilf Butler leads by almost 3 seconds now over Luca Maserati in second place. Luca on to equal his best ever result in the championship here. They still lean on each other. Lewis Stannard, he's seen Luca Maserati pull this move off, and he's going to have a go at it now. And he's made it work as well at the top of the Craners, up into 3rd place. Now, can he catch Maserati? And a couple of 2nd places last year at Castle Combe, at Thruxton, and at Anglesey as well. Didn't quite manage his maiden win. But Wilf Butler's going to take his maiden win. A great drive. Still side by side. Salvadori back. It's all been round the outside in this race, hasn't it? Salvadori again. Needs to be careful there. He could get a further penalty for track limits if he keeps running wide over the curbs like that. Lewis Stannard says, no, you're not. Moves across on him through Coppice. Well, Wilf Butler's heading for the checkered flag. The number 70 car, the man from Tadley down in Hampshire, is going to take the win. And his first win in the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Coming into the chicane for the final time. We wait to see who's going to be 3rd on the track. It's Academic, of course, with the penalty, but the checkered flag is at the ready, and Wilf Butler takes his maiden victory in the Junior Saloon Car Championship. Luca Maserati, a great drive for 2nd, and Lewis Stannard holds off Josh Salvadori for 3rd. Now, where is Ollie Kerr? Is that him there, the Treble 2 car over the line? Yes, it is, and he will move up into 4th place. Salvadori on corrected time will take 5th. Then it's Ollie Smith, Max Scharfegger, Kyle Wells, good recovery by him after he's off, and Scharfegger for that matter, for 7th and 8th. And Louis Austin and Leon Holly round out the top 10. Well, congratulations to number 70, Wilf Butler, on his maiden victory. Last couple of finishers coming in. There is the number 7 of Joe Wood. He's got a head late on of Tom Algar. They've been battling at the back of the field in this one. Martin Wright on his debut takes 13th. And Lexi Powell, of course, finishes a lap down. All 16 cars go the distance, so that's after the rather fraught season opener 12 months ago at Brands Hatch. That is great news for this championship. So Wilf Butler takes his maiden victory. 3 3/4 seconds clear of Luca Maserati. He'll be overjoyed with 2nd place, and Lewis Stannard a fine 3rd. Josh Salvadori dropped to 5th by his penalty behind Ollie Kerr. Then Ollie Smith in 6th ahead of Max Scharfegger and Carl Wells, who recovered well after their off at the old hairpin mid-race. Louis Austin 9th ahead of Leon Holly. Then Sherry-Ann Powell, Matthew Swatton on his debut, Martin Wright, Joe Wood, Tom Algar and Lexi Powell. And Wilf Butler set the fastest lap of the race on the final lap, 1:36.559. So that wraps up the season opener for the Junior Saloon Car Championship. They'll have 2 more races coming up tomorrow. They open tomorrow's programme at 9:30 a.m. We await the cars to come in to Park Ferme to have a chat to Ian. Next up, our penultimate race of the day, which will be the Sigma 150 class of the Caterham Graduates Racing Championship. Thanks to all of you for your comments so far. There have been too many and not much time to read them out today, but we can go down to Ian in Park Ferme.
Right, everybody, here we are in Park Ferme. Here is the man of the moment. Very, very happy indeed. He just can't quite get out. Luca Maserati's parked quite close to him, actually, as well. But we'll get a word of him as he gets out. So great racing by all of them in these outrageously difficult conditions. Lewis Stannard absolutely delighted over there for 3rd place as well. Luca's happy, but they're probably not as happy as this man right here. Wilf, that was a prime example of how to get the job done.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, of course, qualifying, I don't think you were overly joyed with it, but you've made amends in that race. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at Josh, working with Josh, following his lines, trying to keep up with him, and then yeah, just started gaining on him, and yeah, made an overtake around the outside, got a switch back, and yeah, just stayed stable from there.
How slippy was it out there?
Pardon?
How slippy was it out there?
Oh, really, really slippery. Probably one of the slipperiest circuits in the UK.
Well done, mate. Look, perfect way to start the season. Congratulations. Let's grab a chat with Luca over here as well. Top rookie last season. I think he took about 21 out of 23 poles. Luca, this is the season you're going to go for the outright title. A top rookie last season, but you've started off very well indeed.
Yeah, it was a really good race, you know, to have that after struggling all weekend in the dry and not being too confident in the wet. But I did fancy my chances. You know, we struggled in the dry, so I thought maybe turn of fortunes in the wet.
Just say you're not that confident in the wet.
No.
Basically, what we've just seen, that can't be true. But have you gained a lot of confidence now? You've got the belief to know whatever the conditions are, I can handle it.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say a massive thank you to the MRM team. They've given me a brilliant car in these wet. No, I mean, it was bang on pretty much. You know, we've been struggling to find that perfect setup in the dry, but to have it in the wet, it's just ideal. Especially tomorrow could be wet as well, so that's brilliant.
Yeah, let's hope not. But anyway, well done, Luca. Congratulations, mate. Indeed. Let's grab a couple of other drivers, shall we? We've got I don't know where Lewis has gone, but we've got Sherry Ann and Lexi Powell over here. Both of you. No, you can't disappear, either of you. Sherry, we'll grab you for a quick chat if we can. We will grab Lexi. I'm going to go talk to her in a minute anyway. How slippy and difficult was it out there?
At the start it was really slippery, but towards the end it started to get a lot grippier.
Yeah. How are you finding things in your car? Are you getting more confident?
Yeah, getting a lot more confident as we did change it only yesterday, the cars.
Yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
Yeah.